Well, happy Sacred Soul Sunday, Sarah and Marty and Stacy, Lisa and Jim Clark. Always, it always thrills me to the gills to see your beautiful souls like this. How special, you know? It's always special. I just can't get over it, but I won't get over it. Yeah, it's kind of a very powerful day in the sense that I've been looking at different types of quotes all morning and different readings. I got something I never heard before from Yogananda, a story of him, and wow! So I just completely filled my brain with just truth thoughts. Just filled my brain. So um, highly recommend that we all just consider that as we're gonna look at the fifth dimension today. We're gonna look at the fifth dimension, Debbie, like it's a playground, like it's our field that we all go out. It's a recreation time, in school when the bell rang and it time to go out and play in the playground or the play yard. That was always my favorite time of school. But yeah, so we're going to look at the fifth dimension as that because it's the truth of us, 100% the truth of us. And I have a couple good quotes just to remind us that we're not who we think we are. And this first one says, why are we so unhappy? Why are we so unhappy? It says that because 99.9% of everything we think, 99.9% of everything we think is just about myself, just about ourselves. And there really isn't a self. Do you know what they call the ego in yoga terms? The pseudo soul. The pseudo soul. It's still the soul masked up as having one job to do, and that is to take our attention away from all the beauty and power and love and light that we are and put it out in this dream world delusion. So no wonder we're unhappy because most of the time, 99.9% of the time, we're thinking of ourselves regarding anything and everything in the outward part of us. So the fifth dimension is all about this beautiful, beautiful truth of us, that the heart that's awakened, the soul that is the director of us, the joy, the happiness, the getting along with everything, honoring everyone, respecting everything. It's just endless. So let's play. Let's play in that. Wait, Sarah. Let me get some volume on you so I can hear what you're going to say. What?
Uh, Tara, I got a message that Tara is looking for the password. She wants to join us, but
Okay.
and I don't know the password, so I couldn't reply to her. Um, and I don't log on with a password.
Let, let's
So,
let's let it be. Let's let it be.
okay.
We had a
All right.
situation yesterday too.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's just she can listen to the stream later. Let's I interrupted yesterday to get, Marty her code, but I think let's dive in because these are precious moments. But thank you, Sarah. I appreciate your thoughtfulness for Tara. She'll figure something out. Or someone here will send it to her, whatever. All right. So, but let's go back to what we were saying because I thought that was pretty intriguing to me. Do you? Let me put this volume back in mute. Uh, that 99.9% of the time we're just thinking of ourselves, and really isn't one because it's the pseudo soul, the ego. All that is taking us into a problem existence, into worry and fear existence is not even real. All right, and that's why somebody once said that you at the excuse me, that we become ourself, we become our true self, capital S, by not being our little self. We become our true self by unconditioning that little self. All right. So that's why we're going to play in the playground excuse me, of the fifth dimension today. Yeah, look at Betsy. She put up there something for Tara to grab. See, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, she had her fingertips, Betsy, to boom, put it up there for Tara. All right, so let me, I found a perfect podcast or a post, excuse me, that talks about the fifth dimension. I don't know. I got a little frog in my throat or something. Um, so it starts by saying, where is the fifth dimension? Where is the fifth dimension? Dear family of light. So we can close our eyes and like kind of the style that this guided visualization meditation that we do is kind of having its own form and own in its own style, right? And we listen to truth, and then we don't think about it as we as listeners. We don't think about it. We absorb the vibration of it. We try to just gather in the feeling of what we heard. And that gets the heart nice and open. If the heart is open, you'll feel it. You'll feel the resonance of what really you want to go, wow, kind of like a like the light bulb goes off inside of you. And you just go, wow, yeah, that's true. Every time that little thing, that little bulb goes off and you go, yeah, I get it. I get it. Or, oh, yeah, I've heard that before. Every time. Well, that's what I call the unconditioning of the condition of being dragged around by the pseudo soul in life, after life, after life. All right. So just close your eyes and allow your intuition to take over from here. Allow your intuitive imagination, yeah, to take over from here as we listen to our new playground, our new recreation, what we do in between thoughts, what we do in between, like cleaning the house today and we take a little break, or while we're cleaning, we're in another zone. We're in this place where, Satchidananda, I am bliss, I am bliss, I am bliss, I am bliss. Affirmations such as that as the vacuum's running and you're cleaning the house, right? Just as reminders, constant reminders that I am that, I am you, beloved, and you are all. Things like that, okay? So I think you kind of get the spirit of what we're talking about today. The fifth dimension is not a place we go. It's not. You don't have to go anywhere for truth. Do you know what one of my very favorite quotes is from this little book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull? A bird that became awakened, awakened bird, a, a seagull, an awakened gull, because he just wanted to learn to fly. And he found a guru seagull that became his teacher and taught him all about stillness and meditation. And he learned to, you know, have his body sitting in a certain place physically, but he could take his consciousness anywhere. And that was the true bit of flying that he wanted to do. He wanted to fly with the possibility of who he really is besides a seagull. All right. But anyway, there's this quote at the end of the book. It said, for those who forsake perfection for the sake of travel, go nowhere very slowly. But those who forsake travel for the sake of perfection go anywhere instantly. You don't have to tote this body around, my dears. We kind of do that. It's like a bucket list that most people keep and want to get this done and see this site and go and live this place and that place. But it's not about toting the body around. So the first keynote for the fifth dimension is it's not a place we go. It's sit in stillness and safeguard the sacred. It's those times where we just decide to be still for the sake of stillness. That's all is required, says Ramana Maharshi, is be still. Be still, and the intuition will come, like the sun rising in the morning. So the fifth dimension is not a place we go. So just relax right where you are, my dears. Where you are is perfect. And I mean that on all levels of awareness, on every bit of your life, from the practical side, from the responsibilities you have, and all that. You are in the perfect place right now. So important. This is fifth dimension consciousness, is this present moment. And we'll be getting to that later, and maybe for a couple of 3, 4, 5 streams in a row coming up here. So we really start to play in this playground of who we really are and how free we are right now, how happy we can be right now, and on and on. The fifth dimension isn't a place we go, it's the quality of the consciousness we have, that we carry wherever we are. It's the quality. It's the quality of the consciousness we carry. Can I give you a little hint and we'll take it inside? What is the greatest quality that you can come up with now, right in this present moment? Maybe let's just love. Let's just love this breath, the in and the out, with everything you got, for no reason at all, except that love is our ultimate purpose. Love is the reality. So let's make this a quality moment in the fifth dimension. And that comes automatically when we're in that state. Love. We never forget love. We're always in love. Love is all we know. We don't want to know anything else. We experience it. We share it. We become one with it. So let's have our little quality time just to warm us up this morning with a quality consciousness that you come up with for yourself. And while your heart is open, I'm pretty sure that's the third aspect of the fifth dimension. First one is not a place. Second, it's a quality of consciousness. Third, it's an open heart. It's an open heart, which all of you have. Amazingly open hearts, regardless what you think you have or don't have. You have open hearts that welcome with love all things good and bad. So welcome whatever sensations and feelings you have right now, thoughts, whatever. Welcome them with love, with such an open heart, leaving nothing out of your love. Leave nothing, no one, even a really trying, difficult moment or day or whatever, something unexpected that just really triggered you. Let's welcome with love, everything. The fifth dimension is complete acceptance of reality as it is. We don't even have to frame it up, my dears. Oh, this is an outward thing, materialistic thing. Oh, seems like a spiritual thing, without even any analysis like that. It is the acceptance of reality as it is. Whatever it is, embrace and love what is, with no color commentary, no good or bad, just as it's unfolding, as it is. We have that open heart that welcomes it. Complete acceptance of reality without judgment. Welcome to the fifth dimension, my friends. This is our playground. This is why we are soul friends and soulmates, because we get to see each other, practice with each other, understand each other, respect each other. The fifth dimension is the perfect peace and joy at the moment. In this moment, it's the perfect peace and joy in this moment. Wow. The perfect peace and joy in this moment. Don't you love who you are? You might want to say that a lot to yourself. I love who I am. What a day to say that over and over again. I just love who I am. I declare to the universe how happy I am. I declare it. I speak it out with my voice when no one's around. I declare how magical my life is, how it's getting better day after day. And I use my voice as a power of the creative force within me to remind myself, always reminding myself of the perfect peace and joy in this moment. Because I recognize a greater presence within me than the pseudo self or the ego. I know who I am. I love who I am. I am that I am, and I'm all that I am. I am you, beloved, and you are all. I just recognize who I am, who God keeps telling me I am. I keep my full attention that I am perfect and whole, never sinned, complete awesomeness as I am. Mm. Entering the fifth dimension means becoming one with the entire universe, one with all creatures, great and small, one with the trees, yeah, the inanimate objects, everything. I am one with the entire universe, which is being one with God. And this quote from Ramana, he says, God will bear whatever burdens we put on him. So if you think loving everything in the universe is a bit much for you at this stage, whatever seems like too much for you to handle right now, God will bear that burden we put on him. So why don't you put the whole load of what isn't seem practical or possible for you right now, your stage of life? Let's give God the burden of all that. All things are being carried by the omnipotent power of the supreme God. He's already carrying the burden. Let's let him do it. It's fifth dimension living at its finest. Hand it over. You haven't ever done anything wrong. The fifth dimension is not heaven. It is the kingdom of heaven on earth. OMG. The kingdom of heaven is within you, my dears. Here, now, kingdom of heaven is within us. Here and now. Existing in a timeless time. In a timeless time. No beginning, no end. This kingdom of heaven that's within us. A timeless time. Don't you love your new playground? It exists in a timeless time and space that is beyond human comprehension. If you ever want your brain to have fantastic cognitive abilities, it is to love that which is beyond human comprehension, to love what you don't know. Because what's beyond human comprehension is the soul reality, and it's beautiful beyond imaginations, my dear. It's a place of peace, love, and joy. That's why when you enter into the higher state of consciousness called theta, you experience miracles, visions, creativity, and genius. Yep, you were born with those possibilities and qualities. It's your divine heritage. Those who forsake travel or to get your fix outwardly in this world, to be doing all the time, to forsake travel is to go anywhere instantly. You carry kingdom heaven within you. The fifth dimension is home to wonderful beings who are waiting for you and me. If you feel you have a lack of friends, if you feel no one really gets you, well, in this land beyond our dreams, as Yogananda calls it, in the land beyond our dreams, where no clouds come, only golden dreams dwell, and we sit by life's well in the land beyond our dreams. There are beings that are waiting for our return. They're spiritual guides who will help us evolve to higher states of consciousness. So let's don't ever think that we're alone here, my dears. We have all the help in the universe. These beings have been with us our entire lives, but we could not see them because we were not in tune with them or the frequency they emit. Go ahead and hug each one of these beautiful guides, inner world teachers, soul friends, or lifetimes. Go ahead and hug each one right now. This is our inner world. This is our world. This is our life on planet Earth right now. Let's meet and greet them and thank them over and over for their help, for their constant companionship, for the burning up of your karma, and the most beautiful thing of all, they get you. They just get you. What you make a big deal, what you feel is bad, wrong, unworthy, frustrated, they get you. They get it. The fifth dimension is an eternal mental state that exists beyond birth and death. It's an eternal mental state that exists beyond birth and death. Although you may have come into this world with some lessons to learn and challenges to overcome, these challenges are not obstacles or barriers, but rather opportunities to see life from a broader perspective. And I want to read to you this something that you've never heard in Yogananda's teachings before. It was an experience he had in deep meditation. He says, what if life and death were just scenes in a dream that you are meant to wake from? What if life and death were scenes in a dream you're meant to wake from? In deep meditation, Yogananda goes on to say, a vision struck me. Beyond war and sorrow, I glimpsed the light that knows no death. I glimpsed the light that knows no death. Oh, let's imagine a beautiful light filling our brains, starting at the spiritual eye point, filling our brains, then our whole body, then the whole room that you are in. Let's visualize that we're having this experience. The light that knows no death. But he goes on to say, suddenly I was the captain at sea. Guns roared. A shell struck. The ship sank. I plunged into chaos. A bullet hit. Darkness fell. Yet I remained aware. I reached shore only to be struck again. As breath faded, I knew this is the end. In a flash, I was back. In my room, whole, weeping, with gratitude. But was this real? He said. And then I was back in my captain's body. I cried, am I alive or dead? And the light answered, it's all a dream, Yogananda. It's all a dream. Awake, my child. Awake. I saw the truth. I am not this dream. I am the watcher, the stillness, the light. I return to my body, sacred, whole, with tears and breath. I whispered, I am light. I have awoken. I am light. I have awoken. Another affirmation for today. I am light. I am awoken. We must learn to see ourselves from this broader beyond the land, beyond what we can comprehend, in the land beyond our dreams. We must learn to see ourselves in the same perspective and realize that our human body and personality are only temporary containers for our true essence, only temporary containers for our true essence, which is pure awareness or unconditional consciousness. You have two choices always, my dears. One is to see yourself as a body. Two, to see yourself as this essence. This is the choice point. Always choose to be the still point. Be still and safeguard the sacred. I'm just going to go on a little more because it's our soul talk time. We'll use it up a little bit here. If you all want to just stay in this fifth dimension with me, our new playground, living in the fifth dimension. It says the fifth dimension exists in the present moment. It exists in the present moment. Everything we've said thus far sums up by saying it exists in the present moment. Because only here in this present moment can we experience true peace and joy. Wow, my dears. Only in this moment. It's God is a jealous lover. He wants your full attention in the present moment. He doesn't want us thinking of the past or the future. He wants your love. He's waiting for your love. He's ready to give you his love. But that can only happen, that joy and peace in the present moment. Man, we're just going to keep practicing and practicing and practicing and reminding and reminding and reminding as long as we're a tribe. Because this is at the heart of the matter we're talking about. We can only experience the present moment in the here and the now. When your attention is focused on the past, you are reliving old problems and painful memories. When your thoughts are focused on the future, you are filled with worry about what might happen next. As another great yogi said, your past only exists because you think about it. Your fears and frustrations only exist because you think about it. Remember that 99.9% thinking of ourselves all the time? No wonder we have problems. If you didn't bring them into play in the present, if we don't bring the past and the future into the present, where would they come from? All those thoughts, all those memories, All those traumas and dramas, where would they come from? How would they be there if we don't bring them in? How could they be there? It's like the pseudo ego, it's not really there, and yet it rules us. Our problems are only because we're not in the here and now, my dears. Ramana says this: effortlessness while remaining in the bliss state. Just say, I am bliss, I am bliss. Effortlessly. No other effort needed. Just remember who you are. I am bliss, I am bliss. In an effortless state, I am bliss, I am bliss. No past, no future. I am bliss here and now. Here and now. Can you imagine the power that you possess as not only a fifth dimensional being, but as an immortal, all powerful, one with spirit, spirit soul. To be completely, there's just some points on the present moment I want to end with today. To be completely in the here and now, use all of your senses, all of your senses. You know, I've walked my dogs every day, 2 times, 3 times since I came to Georgia. And before, I only had hope, but now I have hope and happy. And today I was walking them in that, in what this just said. I had all my senses just focused on walking with them and noticing what they were really just, their little smells and sniffs I allow them and this and that, and just got into their world. And it just took me out of my 99.9% thinking about me or thinking about later. So that really works. Use all of your senses to experience life, my dears. In our new program, use all of your senses to experience life. Nothing is more important than this. Be alive and feel alive. Be alive and feel alive. Those past thoughts, future worries, destroys everything immediately because it triggers the traumas that we still have lurking around. That's why this is more important than anything to be alive, feel alive. If you're only half alive, you won't know what's going on. When you are not with yourself, capital S, you cannot know who you are. So here are some tips. We're going to end with these tips, okay? On how to live in the fifth dimension and how to live in the present moment, to totally live in the present moment, my dears. We think that we know a little bit about present moment, but we don't. We're still caught in that 99.9% thinking of me. Number one, don't be afraid of anything. Yep, don't be afraid of anything. Fear is a sign of weakness and immaturity. Grow beyond it. Otherwise, you'll never know freedom, or will you know joy? If we have fear, which the ego is dominantly that, The pseudo soul, remember, it's the pseudo soul. If you want to know yourself, forget yourself. Only be in the fifth dimension consciousness is one way to forget that little self. The practice of the present moment is to forget your little self. Anything and everything is better than thinking of our little self. Number two, tip, don't let circumstances disturb you. There is nothing that can threaten your inner peace and happiness except your prison of negative emotions like anger and fear. We have to be imperturbable, stand unshaken against the crash of breaking worlds, says Yogananda. Centered, anchored in that which is changeless, while we live in a world full of change. Living is change in the outward sense. We are changeless beings. So we're going to really work on not creating that fear or allowing that fear. We're going to practice such being pillars of peace when circumstances start to disturb us. Step three, stop thinking about the past or worrying about the future. They do not exist now. The past has already happened and the future is yet to happen. Both are illusions. Thinking about them, you miss living in the present moment, which is the real life itself. Our past life isn't the real life. Our future possibilities are not our real life. But this present moment is the only real life itself, because the moment only happens once. You can't have that again. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. So live it hard right now. Live totally and fearlessly right now. And tip number four, stay in the present moment instead of dreaming about things that may never happen or remembering things that have already passed. They have no reality in the eternal now. And this final thought here to sum up, I think a powerful to be heard again, this meditation on your own time in a sacred stillness, safeguarding the sacred, be perfect stream to listen to over and over again. But this is the final things that I'm going to say. The only real life is now. Is now, my dears. We are born and die at this very moment. We are born and die at this very moment. We enjoy life, then we die. What's the point of living if you can't live totally? Totally. The fifth dimension is a continuous party where everything is possible. There is no more fear because there is no more death. You are free from all limitations. If you want to live in the fountain of youth, I'm adding, be in the present moment. If you don't want to die, live in the present moment. If you want to be free, live in the present moment. Fifth dimension is a continuous party where everything is possible. There's no more fear because there's no more death. You are free from all limitations. Your mind is as expansive as the sky. In this world, there are no suffering. In this world, the fifth dimension, there is no suffering, diseases, disappointments, and everyone lives in harmony with each other and with nature. Everyone lives in harmony with each other and with nature. And as Yogananda says, harmonize your thoughts and desires with the all fulfilling realities that you already possess in your soul. And you will see the underlying harmony in your life and in all nature. And you will float through life on buoyant wings of peace. He wrote that. Of course, he lived not just in the fifth dimension, he lived in unity with the Supreme. No suffering, diseases, disappointments, and everyone lives in harmony with each other and with nature. In a world of abundance and prosperity where everyone enjoys a deep sense of peace and happiness in their hearts. In a world of abundance and prosperity where everyone enjoys a deep sense of peace and happiness in their hearts. In this world, there can be no conflicts or wars, because in the fifth dimension, there is only unity of mind and unity of heart. That's part one, my dears, as we thank our higher selves for keeping us focused, as we listened and absorbed and dreamed about the reality instead of dreaming about what happened in the past or what we're dreaming about happening into the future. That we are so grateful to have these moments once again, just perfect resonance, frequency of a higher kind to help us have a higher state of mind today. And the realization that whatever it is that we do doesn't matter. It's the quality of our consciousness. It's how many times we remember who we are. It's all spirit, right? There's no burden. We've handed that over. We hand over everything we don't understand. We hand over everything we do understand. We hand over everything that we're worried about. We hand over all our fears and phobias, regardless of what circumstances are happening in our lives. All of this is worth being trained on, right? This is how we grok it. This is, I think, another way to go about what folks call the Great Awakening or ascension or liberation. Just words, really. What matters most is what you grok and how you carry that, how you carry the consciousness, like carrying a baby, this soul baby, this Christos consciousness, right? We're all pregnant with the consciousness of Christ. So we don't want to just tote these bodies around. We don't want to drag these bodies around. We don't want to make these bodies wrong in any way. We want to know how special and what a blessing it is to have a form, because that's the school here. With everything that seems to conspire against us, with the three gunas and all Mother Maya's tricks and illusions and delusions, we're put in a very, 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 very difficult place when we just look outside. And yet God puts a surprise somewhere where we're lastly going to look, right? inside our own beings, inside our own hearts, and learn the language of the soul, and learn the language of love, and learn the language of wisdom and patience and humility and soul determination, which all of you have in excess, all those qualities and then some. So thank you, my dears, for staying a little longer today. And our first recreation in our new playground, the fifth dimension. Yahoo! Wow. Now let's go listen to some music from the fifth dimension. I think there was a group. I think there was a group. Yeah, I think there was. All right, Tara, you got on. Yay. Sarah, locked on. Locked on. Tara, Sarah's locked on. Lori, thank you for your beautiful heart and carrying that heart and open heart and sharing that light and love that you are to the world. And Ellen, same thing. Debbie, 100%. Lisa and Jim Clark, 100%. Yeah, yeah. It's our little Sunday, our little Sunday. Yeah. Happy, 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 happy life, my dears. Go for it now. Go for it hard. It said, go for it hard, meaning that let's just put our whole heart and soul on the little tiniest details. That's not tension, it's not like, I'm doing something. It's just that this moment is the one that I can perceive it all. In this moment, if I'm totally all with myself, 100% in that remembrance that I'm already it. I'm already it. So let's be a new name for our tribe is the pretenders. The pretenders. We're going to pretend that we are truly truth, right? We're going to just practice and practice it until all of a sudden the blessings come and we become that. Thou art that tat vam asi. Thou art that. All right, we got it. Knuckles. This is a knuckler before we do our other little mudra. Okay, Knuckles. All right. And then don't forget to hug those holy ones too that are been with us since the beginning. All right, those holy ones that are in the fifth dimension, just waiting for our return. They're so excited. They're so excited for us. But you all ready to go? We love. We love. Yeah. We care and we share. Yay! Good job, everybody. Thank you so much for being you. That's the real you. That's all we see in each other is the real deal. You're the real deal. Yeah. The real thing. Yes, the real thing. Yeah. Woo. All right. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right.
Thank
Namaste.
you,
Have a
Tom.
good one. Let me know if you need anything. Sending you all my love constantly. Yeah. All right. Love y'all. Toodles with oodles.